First off, thanks for stopping by and watching this video. Please like, subscribe for anything Tesla, Model X related. I'm going to own this vehicle for a while, and so I'm going to get really in-depth with this car. So yeah, thanks for being here. I would really want people to understand that I'm not a professional. Tesla actually has all their service manuals online for you to read. Just executing it, you need some technical aptitude for it. If you're afraid of taking your car apart, please don't do any of this. This is all for educational purposes. But now that this car is fixed, it's pretty good. Like, I could list off all the things I did to this car. Onboard charger replacement, check. Charging door glitch, fix that also. The top trim, it's like called an applique, something like that. The top trim where the sensor sits for the Falcon wing doors, it was leaking, fixed. Falcon door alignments, check. So, the list goes on and on with these old Model X's, and people aren't telling the truth about what is it like really buying used. I would say the Model X is a very leaky, very poorly fitted vehicle if you don't take the time to look for these things. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of nice Model X's out there that people took care of and the factory finally got it right. But from the majority of issues that I see and read online, I'm like, it's just, the early X's, they had a lot of issues. So please like, subscribe. I'm gonna show you guys how to fix this vehicle so you can get it up to spec, and hopefully the Falcon door adjustment is one of them. All right, enjoy the video. Door alignment. This is what it's gonna look like before. You can kind of see this lip there. Just my finger. So it seems pretty good down here. It's just we need to adjust it up here. And I've done this once before. We're going to align this top part, yeah. So not too bad. So I'm just gonna put this down here, and for the rest of the video, you're gonna see me open the door up and then work on this, get some tools. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna do some commentary. So these are the adjustments you got to use. I know for sure that this side is pretty flush, and then so what we need to do is basically push these two in. So I'm going to be on this side. So these two over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen it, and then I'm going to let it like kind of fall a little bit. So it'll fall down, and then essentially that would push in the gap. Good. So we're going to loosen these bolts up, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So from the top, this way. I'm going to break this one down here. There we go. And let this plane pass, and I'll explain what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hold up the door. Usually I use my head, and then from there you can see how it moves up and down. I don't know if you can tell that the gap here is going up and down. I'm going to, you should definitely do this with like another person, but because I'm a hard-headed person, I'm going to use my head. So I'm gonna put it up, and then I'm gonna tighten this. All right, tying this down here. All right. Okay, and I made other videos of opening and closing this, but this is going to be our live view of us trying this out. I'll just grab my key, and we may potentially have some collisions. If you get any collisions, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. It's just you could adjust it, you know, like everything here you could adjust. Hopefully I get a collision so I could show you, but if not, you know, good on me. All right, so we've dropped that side down, and it should, in theory, pull this in. Let's give it a go. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's already flush. So this is some trim piece. You want to be in my video? You want this car.
No.
Of affordability.
I'm benefiting already.
I'm joking. Anywho, so you could already see here how much more flush. This one here, I'm not sure about this trim. This trim is okay.
Where's that?
What is it?
It was always in the wrist.
I took everything out, so it has to be in the box. All right. We're doing a car wash as well, so people are asking me for stuff. And get some rag here to clean up the mess here. I'll clean this up later, but not gonna lie, I think this is already good enough. You don't want to disturb anything too much more, so I'm happy with this actually. Let me close the tailgate, and then I could line it up with that. See how that looks. Much better. I need to not get it dirty with my hands. I've just been touching a lot of. And the issue with this thing is this thing gets like super crusty. See, like this is already falling off. I honestly think I could make it more seamless. I already have the glass off, so it's one of those things where, like, if you already have it off, you might as well work on it, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So what I'm gonna push it in just a little more, and then from there I'm going to show you another adjustment that you could do to kind of get everything perfect. So I'm gonna put you back here. Just watch me from afar. I got it a little tighter up here, right? So I'll show you what I mean. We're going to close it. You'll see it kind of like collide in that corner a little bit. Yeah. So here, this is really tight. You see how it's lower a little bit? So this is lower, tight here. This is a tight gap now up here. But then our gap here is a little bigger, right? So we want to make this smaller. And in order to do that, you just gotta double check that your seams here are pretty good, right? There's an easy way to do this. I'll show you. Gotta open this bad boy up. So this is a bump stop. This basically sits on top of the chassis. If you get, I don't have a, you know, like an open socket wrench, but I'm just gonna use this because I'm honestly in a rush to get this job done. So hold on a moment while I get you guys. All right, so this thing right here. I basically adjusted this bump stop here. Try to get it where it's like, you know, you're gonna have to play here because of it rubber, but you want to pull it down so when it sits, it lifts this up just a bit so it levels everything. And then on the other side, if the other side is good, I wouldn't touch it. So let's try this out. Actually, look at that. I lined up. This lined up. This is a little off, but I think this is the door frame. And then this closed up. It's a tad. Let me go check the other side, see how this looks on the other side. And sometimes, you know, you can keep messing with it, and at some point it's just you gotta like cut your losses and say this is as good as I can get it. Yeah, this side has a pretty noticeable gap also. Yep. So I think that's it. That's pretty much tight. Gap is as good as I can get it. Check some more fitment. All right. Just in plain stuff. Yeah. It's as good as you can get it. What I would do is I would drop this first, put the glass on, go from the other side, and put some screws in, just so you don't risk your glass popping off and then falling onto your roof and breaking your glass, because you don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to put this phone away. You're going to see me work again, and I'm going to get back to the reassembly. Okay, I hope you like that clip. So I didn't get to film the rest of it, but essentially I put everything back together, just in reverse order. If you really liked the video, please subscribe. If you have any questions about Tesla's quality, let's have a conversation, because I think they definitely need, they should have sold this car as like assembly required, because I love the concept of it, but the mass production and certain quality of parts issues was getting to me. I was like, there's only one way to. The adjustments were there for these doors. Like they allowed you to adjust these doors. It's just, I guess they were trying to get them off the line ASAP, and so they couldn't get to that fine detail. But that's what you're looking for when you're buying a car, right? Especially since this car cost like $80K new back in 2018. But it is what it is. So glad you liked the video. Please subscribe. See you later.